some salary and some commission. This is the way most sales jobs are. So you may be paid, this is not straight commission, but it's part commission. So you're given a minimum salary, plus when you make sales, you get a commission. Okay? And when to find your total pay, you take that minimum salary and add to it the amount of commission. So here is an example. John Copeland sells tennis equipment. He is guaranteed a minimum salary of $1,800 a month. So even if he sells nothing, he'll get $1,800. Plus, he gets 6.25% of his total sales. What's the correct setup to find John's total sales S for the month? Well, here we have it here. His total pay equals the minimum salary plus the commission. So how would we figure that out? What do we know? Well, we know his total gross pay was $2,125, so we put that here. That's how much he ended up being paid. That's equal to his minimum salary, which they told us was $1,800 a month, plus his commission. Now he gets 6.25% of his sales. We move the decimal over 2 places to the left to change it to a decimal, and we get 0.0625. We would take that times his sales S. Make sure we know that's an S. So our setup to solve this problem, we would set it up exactly like that. The total sales are equal to the minimum salary of $1,800 plus his commission, which if we knew what his sales were, we would take the 0.0625 times the amount of his sales. Since we don't, we just call it S right there. And that's all they asked us to do, was to set that up to solve it. From here we would, if they wanted the answer, we would use algebra from there to solve that problem. Alright, here we go to the next one. Some sales positions pay a commission if sales exceed a quota. So sometimes you have to get to a certain level before you get commission. Here's Yolanda Gonzalez, $1,250 a month. Plus, she gets a commission of 6.5% on all of her sales that are more than, now notice this, only on sales that are more than $25,000. So here's their question. What is Yolanda's total pay for a month in which her sales are $38,500? Now notice she did exceed $25,000, but by how much? Because she only gets paid commission on the amount that's over $25,000. So the first thing we're going to do is say, okay, well, how much did she exceed the $25,000 by? So we find the difference, $38,500 minus $25,000. She exceeded it by $13,500. Okay, we move on from there. So we know that she's going to get paid commission on this part of her sales. So again, we set this up. The total pay you get is going to be her minimum monthly pay, which up there it told us was $1,250, plus her commission. Now it's 6.5%. We move that over 2 places, change it to a decimal, we get 0.065, and we're going to multiply that by the amount she gets paid commission for. And remember, she gets paid commission for $13,500 of it. Now follow your order of operations here. We do the multiplication first. So first we're going to take the 0.065 times $13,500. That gives us $877.50. And then we do our addition. So we add the 1,250. And we get her total pay being $2,127.50. Alright, here we have Harold Pope. He is a ticket broker. He's paid a little bit differently. He's guaranteed a minimum weekly salary of $575 or, now or is an important word because he either gets one of these or the other. Okay, so either he's going to get 575 or 5% of his total sales. Whichever one is higher is what he gets. Here's the question: what are his total sales for the week in which his gross pay was $925? So if he got paid $925, we know we were working with the 5% because his guaranteed pay was either $575 or 5% of his sales. He got paid $925, which is more than that $575. So we know he went over that mark and got paid this instead. So he is getting 5% of his total sales. Alright, so he's getting paid a straight commission in this case. So he gets $925, and we found that by taking 5% or 0.05 times his sales. We want to solve and figure out what the sales are, so we're going to solve this. It's 0.05 times S. We're going to divide both sides by 0.05 to find our solution. And S is 18,500. So his sales must have been 18,500.